So in this video, we've got a new style update for the NC. So these are the new LED rear lights from Archaic Lighting. These are for the NC. Yeah, so basically received these, I've not opened them, and we're going to look in this video, we're going to go right through from opening up the box, see what's included, look at fitting them, and then obviously having a look at what they look like at the end. Let's see what's included. Okay, so straight away it looks nicely packaged. Oh, well, yeah. Okay, some stick-on reflectors. Yeah, so they do come with supposedly an E-mark. So the only thing I read in the UK is someone said that they don't have reflectors and therefore it didn't get through an MOT. Yeah, your choice on that one, whether you're using the car just on track or you know, it looks like there's two, so they've given you reflectors for both sides of the car. So yeah, take that what you will. Okay, two reflectors. So let's have a look at one of the lights. So like I said, really nicely packaged. This is the smoke light. I went with the smoked. Like I said, they have two choices. You have the clear outer lens, so it's the lens that's smoked. It's nothing about the back. The back looks black, and it's the same on the clear and the smoked. It's the lens, whether it's clear or smoked. So depends what look you're after. I first of all thought I was going to go for clear, and then when I looked at my car, I thought about my car. Most of it's got carbon fibre, sort of black bits, black on a silver car, and I started to maybe think about the smoked. And then as I was driving around over the next couple of days, I looked on most modern cars, and most modern cars have smoked lenses. So I went for smoked. They look really nice quality. Got all your looks like seals at your back, your wiring. Looks, you know, these all look nicely made. But yeah, let's get the box out of the way and have a bit of a delve into these. Take this wrapping off and see what they look like. So now we've got rid of the box. It's just the light. Let's have a look. So it's got the protective wrapping on the front. Okay. So, on first glance, look really nice quality. You know, some aftermarket stuff can look a little bit, you know, you can tell it's aftermarket, but the quality of it looks really nice. So that's your light. There was a box of accessories. What's this? So you get a spanner. So that's for, I'm guessing, your main parts there. You've then got a wiring harness, and then you've got two of these. Off the top of my head, I've forgotten what it is. Do you have to have for LED lights to make them work in a normal system? You have to have, don't know if it's a capacitor or a resistor. I think it's a resistor. So I'm guessing that's probably what these are. Looks like they've got stickies, so you can stick them somewhere. I'm guessing that looks like the logical situation there, but we'll have to have a look at that. So those are the accessories you get. I have looked inside the box. I've taken out the foam. I've had a look underneath. There are no instructions supplied with this. So when we have a look at the electrics, hopefully it's either going to be really easy and really self-explanatory, or we are going to have to look up something to see how this all works. So this is my 2009 NC 3.5. So it's got the, I believe must be a later bumper and different lights, because they're saying that when you put these new lights on the first NC, the NC1, then there can be, I believe there's a gap, I can't remember if it's bottom or top. So you've got the inner carpet. That's easy as just getting your fingers underneath these buttons, popping those two buttons off and taking this carpet out. That exposes the rear boot pan, also exposes the paintwork I haven't finished off. But basically you then have this back panel and obviously these inner panels. The buttons for these, I've seen people take these off quite horrendously, but you don't put a big clip remover behind it. This inner section, just get your fingernails behind. Literally that middle section pulls forward with your fingernail and then the whole thing pulls out. So do that with this back panel. It's got a light in it. So behind the light, when this panel moves forward, you just disconnect the light behind, and then we're going to want to take this side panel off as well. This is the rear light switch. Press that top bit down and that comes out. Then that is your rear panel coming out. So you do have to take them out in order. So you can take the one furthest most back here on the back shelf, and then the one inside the car, take that one off. And you've got another little clip that's hidden. If you can't get it off with you now, a screwdriver. And that gives you access to the back of the light there. Yeah, and then obviously all you've got to hold this rear light on is 3 bolts, which they give you a ratchet, well not a ratchet, but they give you a tool to undo. So yeah, you've got everything in the kit. So these plugs are literally, you press on these end bits like that and they come undone. Quite hard one-handed, but there we go. So those are your 3 plugs, and then they've supplied this 10mm tool. Obviously if you've got your own ratchet set, then great. If you haven't, then this is all you need to remove these 3 nuts and get that light out. So I've undone the 3 nuts at the back. Push from behind, and that is released. That's all you need. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean this up while you're here. May as well get to bits that you couldn't do before. Yeah, so that's as easy it is. Oh, looks like I broke a clip off. So mind out, there's a clip on the edge. Didn't know, I broke a clip. Feed the wires through the bigger hole, because that's where they seem to be going. So feed those through. Line up that clip. Oh, I messed up on the other side. And then your light in, and then get your nuts back on the other side. At this moment I'm struggling to get the light in far enough, so that's coming in, and then I'm hitting and this isn't going in far enough, so I'm trying to work it out. So I've already noticed one thing, which it might be, but that's obviously just not good enough. I don't know if you can see it that well, but on the main light you can see that where it's hitting before, it's chamfered, so it's not sticking up, whereas on the new one it's a hard square edge, so that's nice and chamfered. This needs the edge taken off, so looks like they need a little bit of fettling in their mould. So it looks like, I mean, filing here, but also it looks like this plastic back lip, or the black bit, is higher than the clear bit, like all the way along. So I've just been trimming with the knife. I'm going to work all the way along here. I've also got a little file. I'm going to take this edge off and hope that that interference with the body is going to let this clear plastic lip of the lens sit back into the car. So I've got them in. They're fitting in a lot better now. As you can see down there, I've got some clearance there. And then what I did, because it seemed to be settling a little bit towards the bottom, I put a piece of card rolled over a couple of times underneath there to try and lift it while I was doing up the nuts. So that's in, looking a lot better. I don't like really that there's this mould flash where it's broken off to make the lens there, and I've tried to neaten it, but it's right in the eyesight where there's a flash mark. Don't really like that. So let's look at some wiring. As I've said before, there are no instructions, so this is the car wiring. You get a resistor, so that's because of its LED lights. My common sense says the only one it fits is that one. So that's the one it's going in, so grey to grey. You've then got these 2 main harness lights. So there's a 3-pole gang and a 3-gang. Guessing that goes together. I'd also guess that this 2 and this 2 go together, and if the plugs fit, there we go. So what you've got is that's your basic lights, but what you also got is you've got your fog and things like that. So that's this one here. So that's where your jump lead between the 2 comes in. So you can, so basically built into each one, there's a fog and a reversing light, and you can either have it European spec or British spec depending on how you connect it up, or you can have them both. So I see no reason not to have, if I want a fog light, 2 fog lights, and if I want to have a reverse light, 2 reverse lights. That seems like a good idea to me. Have more lights. So that's how I'm going to do it. Probably going to have to play around. There is a video under the manufacturer's website and on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description of the video to their installation, and they go through it. But basically, it's taking patch lead. So common sense, white to white. So we like a bit of common sense, don't we? So that one goes in there. But then there's also this white one. I believe that if you want them both on, then you connect, it's literally like for like. So that's a white lead, that goes together. If I can work out how to use their connectors, there we go, that's clicked in. And then that's an orange, and then you just do the same the other side. So if you want them all working, it's just literally colour to colour, plug to plug. And what I do is, obviously the other light's going to be exactly the same as this. I'm not going to show you that. So also I want to see how this panel fits, because you've got a piece of sticky on the back of this, and that needs to be stuck somewhere that the plastic cover doesn't hit. So that's something to work out. But I'm going to get the other light out and work on making sure that one fits nicely, and then we're going to come back to the wiring. So I've got the other light in. Got the resistor plugged in as it was before. The other obvious plugs like they were before. And then obviously you've got this connecting wire, the big one that goes along the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cable tie that to the existing wires here to keep that nice and neat and not wandering around all over the place. So do that. And then, like I said, the other end, it literally is colour to colour. So spare plug into there, and then you've got the colours over here. So you've got an orange one that goes into the orange one, shocker, and then you've got a white one. Guess where the white one goes? It's not the orange, it's the white. White to white. And in theory, that is all of it done. So I've been able to stick the resistor just down there, sort of below the main hole and over a little bit. The plastic comes right round there, won't interfere at all. So, and then, like I said, I've cable tied this transfer cable all the way across next to the other loom, so that should be fine. As you could see when I first tested it, I wasn't getting a reversing light. I tried a few different things, a few different connectors, still wasn't getting a reversing light. I put the old light back in and I was getting a reversing light, okay. I then was looking, this is the reversing light cable. I was then looking at this plug and I did continuity through it all to this section, everything was fine. And then I had a quick look that there's one wire coming out of here on the other side, which is similar to this for the fog light. It was going to the opposite to the black wire. So on the other side it's a green wire, oh no it's not, it's a red purple maybe, and this side is a red. So what was happening is they put the plug in the wrong way around. So at the moment I've forced the plug in the opposite way around. The plug should go like this and it will click in, and that white doesn't go to the black, that white goes to the red side. So at the moment, until I find a wire tool to ping that wire out, I've luckily, because most connectors do not do this, you can spin this connector around and force it together. And that, as soon as I tested it, gave me a reversing light. So that was a bit of fun. So we've had a couple of little issues. One is just whoever put this together wasn't paying too much attention and got the wire in the wrong way, which obviously human beings can do, but you still don't want it. But yes, so now I have a fog and reversing light, so we're rocking and rolling. I had disabled this link cable because you don't need to do it. So if you just want the British side of things, then you connect the white one with the white wires to the white lead, and you leave the orange just with nothing connected. And then on the other side for the fog light, you leave the white disconnected and use your orange jumper leads to connect it all together, and that side was fine. So glad that I've got a little bit of research going back through, a bit of continuity testing, and I've worked out the issue. So we now have fully working lights. I'm now going to test the link cable between.